This is Play Money, heads up. So if you believe you have private thoughts, only play for Play Money. Avoid the casino, avoid real money poker, because people are able to electronically see and hear your thoughts, see your cards. But they don't always do it, because it's a system. You could be sitting at a table and you might be the only one that doesn't do it. So just be cautious. Go to www.change.org/technology and sign the petition, share it on social media, contribute a few bucks to get it on the agenda so you could see what the government does to the civilian population, and a civilian and military oversight committee could be set up. I'll show the bluff, so maybe I got a call. Is he? No, he's not reloading. It looks like he's reloading, but he's not. I'm hoping to improve. I'm just gonna call to see what he has, because I don't think I have the winner, but to see if I would have raised on the flop, if it would have made the difference. I did. That's always a bonus to you. Unless they start cheating, I got this guy's number pretty much, or girl's number. Other than that 4K bluff, I'm pretty much dominating. And I didn't even mean to bet 4K. I meant to just raise the bar. It just happened to go to 4K, and I was too lazy to change it. So if it was real money, I would have. What did he have? Yeah, Queen Jack. So these evil monsters have figured out a way when I smoke marijuana, which I am doing right now. It's legal in Canada. And every time I cough, they're able to make it so I don't get high. I cough at the THC. And also my body's able to rejuvenate a pedophile. So if you're against pedophiles and you hate pedophiles and you believe you have private thoughts, go to www.change.org/technology. Because they hack people to do things, and then they hack people to do things, and then they blame them, but really they were not responsible. I'm not saying all pedophiles in prison aren't responsible, but a certain percentage of them aren't responsible. A certain percentage of them were hacked and puppeted, like they had no chance. They when somebody's playing with your mind, planting thoughts in your head, orchestrating your food, your movements, your life choices, you have no choice. If they arouse you, they have an arousal machine that could. They just did it to me right then. They simulated an arousal, so I felt a change in my penis, even though I'm playing poker. I'm so in tune with my body that I could feel all these subtle changes. And I'll hear a click in my ear, and then I'll feel a physiological change in my body. So I'm pretty perceptive that way. So they route people that have breathing difficulties through me to make me suffocate. So they're I'm gonna be king of the world. So I'm gonna hunt down everybody and put them to death, basically, for trying to kill me. And it's just only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Okay, so what is he gonna... going to show the bluff. I want him to show me a bluff. That's why I'm doing it. I want to get called sometimes, and I want them to show me a bluff. But they never show me bluffs. I show bluffs all the time, and they never show me bluffs. They don't want me to peek behind the curtain. I already doubled up through this guy once. So they might not be that very good of a player, so I'm not going to show any more bluffs. It's one thing if they're a decent player, then you could show bluffs, but if they're not that good of a player, it's kind of like taunting them. So it's not really cool. But if I'm playing against pros, and maybe not pros, because they could use that information against me in the future. If it's advantageous, though, to... I think I would show them. But I would make them pay for it. So I probably wouldn't show pros, I guess, because even if they gave me $100 to see, that's nothing. They could make $1 million off me because of that play. So I probably wouldn't show the pros. Unless they gave me 10% of what they made off me from that in the future going forward. That meant every single pot they won off me because of that play only. I'd want 10% of it. So the goal is to become a pro, and then ideally I'd love to play in a heads-up tournament, like a big one, like, you know, make some money so I could play in a big heads-up tournament and ideally win it. And then I'm gonna be able to, I'll learn every opponent that I play against. If I win, I'm gonna have, unless I get lucky and win. If I get lucky and win, you don't really learn that much. But when you win based on skill, you learn, like if it's a hard fought battle, you're gonna learn a lot about an opponent. Both sides should, if you're perceptive, because you encounter so many more situations, like how they handle flush draws, straight draws, two pairs, top pair, second pair, third pair, sets, straights, full houses, four of a kinds. You could run into those scenarios heads up a lot more, so you could build a database against an opponent faster in a heads up game than you can at a ring table nine-handed, because you only play against them maybe 3 times out of 20 hands you're gonna play against that guy. So, and it's random, so it's not back to back, so you're not getting this instant feedback. And another bonus about heads up is you can see how they can handle pressure, momentum. And because sometimes some people, you just cough at the pot, basically a small bet, they fold. Just the slightest bet. Basically, you breathe on the pet. If he folds right now, this is an example. It's a little bit scary, but he should have a draw. So he didn't. Play money's all right. I find it harder to bluff in play money because people, it's only their pride that's on the line. It's not real money. When real money's at stake, it's easier for people to. And sometimes they defend their money in the pot, which is really, it's not the best play. Whatever you put in the pot is no longer yours unless you win. Don't give up trying to win, but everything I put in the previous streets now with this new information is no longer mine. It could completely change the scenario, so I'm going to be a losing player long term if I'm trying to defend the money that I put in the pot all the time. There's times when I have to, but if I do it every single time, like he could have a full house, there's a 4 of a kind, full house, flush. So my top pair isn't looking good, especially how this guy's been playing. I'm just gonna call. No, I won't. I was gonna call just to try to put him on a hand, but I'm not going to, because that was the first time he could have bluffed there, but that was the first real aggressive maneuver he made. So he hasn't really been playing that confident as a player. So any player that's not that confident, when they start making an aggressive maneuver that they're confident with, up until now, there was a high probability that they had it. Almost always they had it the very first time, because they never showed any confidence before. And then, like, they were all small bets, and then all of a sudden he's like 5K. He's 200, 5K. So it's suspicious pattern recognition, guys. Sees this. But I do the opposite. I'll volley. I'll be, well, you've probably seen it earlier. I did a 7K bluff with king something. I wasn't even playing the 2 cards that I had. I was just playing that particular hand. I'm gonna show the 2-7. That's what I wanted. Hopefully he's bluffing this time. Hopefully he's bluffing and I hit. I didn't hit, because he's likely to bet. He's likely to bet his 200 again. Last time I checked to trap him, he didn't fall for it, so. But the only advantage to that happening, I didn't get paid off, but the only advantage to that is I didn't show my cards. So that means unless they cheat, they never know what I have. So that means I didn't hit or I hit. They don't know. So the next scenario that comes up, they're not going to know from previous results, especially if you do it right away. If it's like the very next hand, chances are you don't have a flush and a full house back to back. You can online. It does happen. It's going to happen more often frequently now since I mentioned it, because everything I mention on film is altered. If I say something's more likely to happen, it's going to be less likely. They're going to try to manipulate the results to basically undermine me, more or less. But I usually say most likely or likely because poker isn't an absolute, it's an absolute science math wise, but there's only very few situations when you absolutely have the best hand where you could be 100% certain when you have the nuts. Very few situations. So other than that, all you could do is make educated guesses based on, because really it's 50% chance he has it, 50% chance he doesn't, to based on luck. Any call or fold you make is, you have a 50% based on luck. But a skillful player like myself, I'm probably about 80%, probably 80 to 90% right. My skill, I usually know when I'm gonna lose, and very, very rarely, it happened in this video where the guy didn't have it, but most of the time I'm bang on. I could tell my hand strength because of my past experience and how people typically play poker. They would have to change their psychology to play against me, basically, because I understand poker psychology. So, and they've been developing artificial intelligence to counteract this, so I can't use my normal skills, my numerical skills. They could hack the math part of my brain, so I have to figure out the outs every hand instead of knowing it instantly when I would see it, like my brain is capable of. So they figured out a way in the last 4 years how to hack names and faces. I remember lots of stuff, but names and faces, I used to be bang on. I worked at Mr. Sub, and somebody could come in, say 6 months later, and I could tell if I've ever served them before. Just, I had a photographic memory for faces, if I've ever came across a face. And numbers, my stepmom, the very first time we went across the river, it cost $17.39. So I'm lights out with numbers, lights out. I was offered, they could prove this, so for me to suck at math going forward in the future would be suspicious, since there is proof that I was offered to do grade 6 math for half the day in grade 2. So instead of doing all the other subjects, they wanted me to focus strictly on math. So it makes me a natural at poker, stocks, and I just posted a video earlier. I'll show you once I beat this guy or lose to this guy. After this, I'll show you. But anyways, I looked at a stock in April, and I was thinking to myself, it was all right. The accounting looked pretty good, and I predicted basically what happened when I looked at it yesterday. And I know that people were secretly listening to my thoughts, and they profited a lot off of it, because it was a $5 stock basically, and it's now almost a $6 stock. So they made a lot of money off it. And I didn't make a cent, right? Because they exploited this intellectual property from me thinking. So in the video, my proof, it shows me looking at a stock for the first time in years on my Google search, my Google history, in April 26, when it peaked, and I even predicted that it was gonna go down and then go back up. I even predicted, I'm like, okay, well, I think it's gonna go down for a couple days, so I'd wait it out a couple days, and then if it was advantageous, I would have bought, and so I would have got it even cheaper than the April 26th date that I have the proof for. I would have got it, say, maybe 20-30 cents cheaper per share. I once doubled my stock portfolio in 16 days. And the very first time I did stocks, I put $4,000 on, and if I would have listened to my instinct, my instinct, it was a learning curve, but I was kind of feeling it out, and I'm kind of conservative. But if I would have been as aggressive as I am, as confident as I am now in poker, but it was my first time, so I was just kind of feeling it out, even though the numbers look solid, and I would have turned $4,000 into $10,000 in a month. But instead of one day, I would have made $4,500 at least in one day. But instead, I only made $1,500 in one day off my $4,000. My very first stock trade. So I'm kind of a natural at it, but these people would be exploiting my techniques against my will, and I wouldn't want these electronic pedophiles and rapists to get rich. What does he have? He has the ace, okay. So I wouldn't want these people to get rich, so I choose not to. I can't afford it right now, but I could easily save up $1,000 to start trading. But all I have to do is go without, and I'm so used to going without, it's not a problem. But I would make too many people rich that instead of good, innocent people that believe they have private thoughts. I don't mind making them rich. I'm gonna, once I get my world, I can't officially, in the future, I won't be able to do stocks because the entire monetary supply is kind of goes through my brain. All the powerful movers and shakers throughout the world. So all the stock markets, my thoughts influence the stock exchange. So I can't really overtly trade as at the same time if I'm controlling the monetary supply, right? So it's a passion of mine that I'm not going to be able to pursue, unfortunately, which breaks my heart. Because it's something, my goal was to basically make enough money and make $1 million in poker, and then make $1 billion in stocks, and then start innovating products. So I don't need angel investors, so I could bankroll myself. Because when you need investors, you kind of have to jump through their hoops. But when you do it yourself, it's all the risk, but you get all the reward. I came up with the glow-in-the-dark soother about 20 years ago, and it was developed afterwards, so I'm pretty sure that intellectual property was stolen from me. Dreamt of Xbox Live before it came out, the concept. Digital photo frames, 18. It should be in one of my previous Gmails, anyways. That 18 months before Sony developed the digital photo frame, I came up with the concept. But it's hard to be an individual and compete against a company, a corporation. In the 1800s, that would have been no problem because it was more of a do-it-yourself generation, where you developed the mechanical and electrical skills, and you had to kind of do it yourself, right? And unfortunately, in today's world, it should be so easy to network and find great ways. I'm an innovator, right? So I don't want to spend 8 hours a day as a CEO. That's not my skill set. I could do it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a natural at it. My natural skill set is seeing a product and seeing what I love about it, seeing what I hate about it, and then being able to innovate it to be better. That's my skill set. I could look at any product and I could just as a person be like, for my age range, like, and I would need but at the same time I could say have a focus group of different age, is particularly girls, young girls, because I'm a boy. I was a boy as a kid and a guy now, right? So I never had any experience being a female in my life. So for female products, I don't have a clue, basically. But for male products and just human commonality products, I could dial the rate in. Like, I know pretty much you could, any 2-year-old boy, particularly any 2-year-old boy, it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are, you play a monster truck video on YouTube and they're going to be enthralled just by the sounds of the engine and just the testosterone alone. They're going to love monster trucks and car racing, guaranteed, as a baby, even before they speak. They're gonna love the sounds of engines and cars and speed, because it's a masculine male endeavor. Like, I'm gonna try to stop automations in cars, like autopilots in cars. Like, I want the option of it for when I don't feel like driving, but I'm a driver. Like, women have their shoes, I have my cars. I want cars. Like, when I drive a car, I want to feel the road. I want to be in synchronization with that machine. It's an extension of me, and I'm an extension of it. That's how I feel about cars. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm gonna check, because I think he has a higher full house now, and so I think I got rivered. No. It's unlikely I would have been able to extract any more out of that pot though on the river, but on the turn I probably could have got a big call. Show the card, show that I'm not always bluffing. Oh yeah, so I gotta remember to show you the stocks. Show you the video anyways. And then you could, if you want, go check it out after this. So I pretty much have him checked in pretty good. Like, he hasn't really gotten above 21K, which is kind of nice. Here we go. I don't want to lose, so I'm playing conservative. If not, I would kind of go for the juggler and see how it... I'm just kind of toying with them. I'll try to finish it in 10 minutes. It's almost like tennis. You got to get them used to calling whatever you want and then change it up. Get them to take more risk, get more in the deep end, or grind them down. I had a feeling I would lose if I seen any more cards, so I was trying to get the full pre-flop there, or a weak call. Is he going to give up soon? So he's kind of been letting me bet mainly, so he's only been doing his 200 bet, so I have a feeling he wants me to bet, so I'm gonna check. I want his big hands to not get paid off. I'm gonna call just to see. Jack 2, okay, so he did have me beat. So he didn't have a big hand. But that's what you have to do every once in a while when you think they're trying to trap you, you gotta just check it down. I'm gonna just start playing really aggressive. Since I've been conservative for the last 38 minutes. A straight flush board, nice. Hopefully he had aces. Here's the queen, I think. Or maybe nothing. He's checking, and I'm checking. At least he didn't quit. Does he have the 7-8? So hopefully at this point I'm becoming very frustrating for him when I'm the easiest going guy in the world, unless you're electronically violate me. But easiest going guy in the world. But at the poker table, I want to be the most frustrating player that you've ever played against. So you don't want to play bots against me. It's just a self-defense mechanism. And did I get lucky? No, I didn't. So I got a minute and 30 seconds to finish him. Thought I had him when he raised pre-flop there with 400 and I jammed with 9s. I thought he was going to call. And then I could have got unlucky. I probably would have got unlucky, but... for the juggler right there. $18 seconds, come on, 18 seconds. Raise. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, come on, 10 seconds. Oh, brutal. 6 seconds, 3 seconds, come on, 3 seconds. I didn't achieve my goal. So now I'll have to be for 50 minutes. Gotta bust them by 50 minutes in the video. Show one and it shows both. That's how PokerStars undermines me. It's like show one, but then if you look in the video, it showed both of the cards. And I wonder if that's exclusively just for me, but I have it on film several times. This guy's playing pretty good. I have to grind him down. But I pretty much can control the damage because he's letting me pick the tempo. Which everybody pretty much lets me pick the tempo because my aggressiveness. I don't mind when they pick the tempo. I have a strategy for that as well. I don't think I have it, but just in case. Because before he bet on the river, I thought he was bluffing. But then I thought the river wrecked my plans. Nice fold. No. That was pretty fishy, pretty suspicious. But see, he got lucky and he still only has 13K, so I could handle that because he'd have to get lucky again. Nice hand. Unless he was cheating. That was a nice call. Show the spade, the two of spades, which can be huge when your head's up though. So I got a strategy for this guy. He did hit the the ace. He did hit the ace. I wanted to see what he had there that time. Start showing more bluffs so he gets starts making calls, even though they don't seem like they're that confident player, and I'm not trying to emasculate them. I just want them to play back a little bit more so I could bust them. I want to call to see if he has the royal flush, but I have no chance. Show the royal flush if you got it. Straight flush draw, straight flush board, a royal flush board. Pretty crazy. What did they have there? Queen 3. If this was a tournament, it'd be awesome because the blinds would be going up. So not only would I be grinding him, I'd be progressively, the blinds would be putting more pressure on him. So it wouldn't have lasted this long. So I'm going to play the duration, but I'll be shocked if I lose. I would have to get incredibly unlucky. I had this guy pretty dialed in, and I'd be shocked if I lose. It's not impossible. If he's looking at my cards and cheating all the time, then I could lose. Yeah, my eyes are paying way more attention than to my cards. Like every time. I'm gonna just have to... I won't even look at the cards and I'll beat the guy. Caught him bluffing a couple times. I've showed him 4 or 5 bluffs. Nice call, and I got rivered. Got rivered, almost certainly. No, I didn't get rivered. Nice. I'm glad I didn't get rivered. That would have sucked if I got rivered, because that would happen twice. He rivered me. So I'm trying to skew the artificial intelligence system by playing random patterns against this guy. Nice call with the 8. Nice call. Yeah, you let him get up to 16,000 there, so that couldn't happen. So I have to start, I had to switch gears and just continue grinding them. So hopefully before an hour and a half, anyways. It would have been over if he didn't river the full house. Had him on an ace there, but I just wanted to see it because he did make several bluffs like that, so. Yeah, I'd really want this to end here so I could show that video because I want to leave. I'm kind of just at a baseball field here. One thing I don't like when you're a man, when you get older, over 18, you have to kind of you have to join a team rather than joining the league and joining a team that way. If I feel like playing baseball at 20 years old or 40 years old, I should just be able to go to the baseball office and sign up for the team, sign up for any team, basically. And rather than try to build a team yourself, because socially, once at least for me anyways, once I started had a wife, then my social life kind of diminished completely. Through this whole process about revealing privacy of thoughts, I don't have any friends now. I have former friends that always tried exploiting me, basically. So they're not my friends. But it's funny because some of my former friends in high school were trying to make me think of them. And it's like I think about the present. I don't normally think about the past. If I do, it's probably hacked. I think about the future more than I live in the present, but I think about the future, always planning for the future better. Because right now, it's a winter. It's a blizzard. I'm in a blizzard, being kept impoverished, being kept... the world needs to know my name. I have an evolutionary DNA gene, so I should be world famous, and my poker skills should have made me world famous. And but I'm being restricted. And it's to mankind's detriment, basically. Because they've been modifying people to look a certain way, and so these people need to be born, and then I need to see what their kids look like in 20 years. Because if you modify somebody's bad DNA, then their offspring are still gonna have bad DNA. It's not gonna. It only hides the problem. So I'd wait a period of time, at least 20 years, to make sure that once I get my worldly possessions and I have at least $1 trillion in any bank account I choose, and I have all my attributes to myself, and my kids have all their attributes to themselves, and then at that point, that's when the 20-year countdown starts. Like, they've been telling me, like, they try killing me, and so they've been telling me that I'm biologically immortal through covert killing techniques. Anyways, don't get me wrong, I could die if my head chops off, or if I fall from buildings and accidents and stuff like that. This is kind of a long video. No, I won't win. And I have the guy dominated, so I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna just keep on playing and grind him down, because he probably had a good hand there. But I had a decent heads up hand. When I have him beat, basically, like he's only getting what I want to give, basically. So I trapped it pretty good there. Could I have got it all? AC, probably not. So if I would have called when I had the 7-8 suited, more than likely I would have lost, and instead of winning the very next hand, tripling them basically again. So I want to show you that video to go to after this, and it shows how he influenced the stock market 2 different times. Just some random guy in Canada that my mom was born in the States on a trip, so she passed away, but she would have had Danish American citizenship, and my dad was born in England but came to Canada as a baby, so he passed away too, but I don't know what type of citizenship he would have had. But I was born in Canada, but I could have had Danish citizenship until I was 30, but I didn't find that out until after I was 30, so that kind of sucks. So I might see if I can move there since I have relatives there. Because I've always felt more European than North American. Been heavily influenced by the States, because Canada, we don't have the money and budget or population to we don't have Hollywood, so we 4 of a kind. But still, he's still pretty much pinned in. That was brutal. So I'm clearly the one that's getting unlucky in the luck scenario departments, and the one that's winning in the skill departments. The 4 of a kind flopped me. Well, he flopped it, but it would have been better. I wouldn't have called, obviously, if he flopped it. I almost only called the 1600 pre-flop, but I wanted to finish the video, basically. So because really, this guy's no threat to me. I'd play this guy for $1 million, $1 billion. And as long as he's not cheating, if we had some way of detecting watching it, so somebody could see my thoughts, somebody could see his thoughts, and make sure nobody's cheating, I'd play him for $1 billion, whoever this person is, easily. Every single day, I'd play them for $1 billion. I busted them once in 10 minutes, and then I've been kind of toying with them for over an hour. I did try to bust them at different times, but to set them up, I've been playing so conservative that it's been hard. And they possibly could hear what I'm saying in my microphone, so there could be adapting to my philosophy and techniques. Gonna make a hero call just to see what he has. I think I win, and though. So that's the 3rd time I hero called correctly against the guy. Showed 5 bluffs to him at least. I just wanted to see what he had. I didn't think I had a winner there. But I didn't want to risk betting with the ace, because he did kind of freeze up with the ace. I'll show the bluff again. Maybe he'll call. Because I'm trying to engineer a situation where for him to call when I want him to call. Just switching gears with him. Because he has 10K. I don't want him to get to 20K. Because then we're even stacked. So. So I'll allow him to win a couple 378 pots. Jesus. I didn't think he was that strong. I thought he had like maybe King 10. Oh, he wants to get this battle over. That was a nice bet. I'm probably not going to watch this video for a long time. But somebody, if they watched it twice, watch it in duration, beginning to end, and then watch it again, beginning to end, knowing what I've said, and then see how their play changes after knowing what I'm going to say, pattern-wise. Because a lot of big flops, if I'm the bet here, he's almost certainly going to fold. So it's, even though he's been calling some weak calls, maybe not. So that's 3 different times, where other times he was calling, but 3 different times I had a big hand and I concealed it well and he didn't call. I'm just amazing at pattern recognition. Did he flop the straight? I kind of want to leave though, so I want this to end. Nothing worse than when your pair gets mitigated. Sure, you had a higher card than 4. That'd be the same for all my poker videos. If you watch it once, watch it again, and then see how, after I say it in the microphone, see how my luck changes. Especially once I say I'm going to dominate, because I am dominated at that point when I say it. Watch how my luck changes afterwards. Every video that I get confident in. And how do you get sponsorships and endorsements if you don't point out your good qualities? Here we go, right here. I want to play this guy for it all. Yeah, it's going to be pretty suspicious because in my earlier videos, when you watch me play heads up with a player for real money, I either bust them or they leave the table. They quit. Within 10 hands, they quit usually when for real money. All you have to do is watch my previous videos. Watch every single one of them. Maybe not 100% of the time, but over 80 for sure. I'm getting really dominant at heads up. I thought he had the 10 too. I'm just trying to peek behind the curtain so I can bust him. Like when they're this tight, you have to kind of make some calls sometimes just to see, because he has been bluffing too, but just to see what he plays so you can bust him. All the information you get is you're trying to engineer a way to bust them, basically. Ugh, 800. Ooh. That was a brutal river, calls the 10-4 and gets the chop. So he's getting lucky every scenario. But I'm determined to beat him. Yeah, that's awesome. So make sure you watch a video twice. Any one of my videos, watch it from beginning to end, and then see how, if I talk about something earlier on in the video, see if it happens later on in the video. If I'm like, it's unlikely that I lose this way, sure enough, sometimes it's going to happen in the video where I end up losing that way, because they were able to engineer, have complicit cheats and artificial intelligence basically engineer the cards to achieve that result. So if you believe you have private thoughts, I wouldn't gamble real money on poker. Just play money until my name is known worldwide, and then at that point I'll be able to make gambling legitimate and square. Like cheats will be restricted worldwide. Once they're declared an electronic cheat, they will be forbidden to enter any casino worldwide, because unofficially I own all the casinos, so I'm gonna ban them worldwide. These electronic cheats, and electronically they'll be banned as well, because I hate cheats. I hate them. Look what happened to Lance Armstrong. He won 7 Tour de France's, and then people, now he's nobody. He's just somebody to pedophiles who are nobodies. This has been a pretty decent heads-up battle, though. I'm getting bored with it, so if it was real money, I would be interested. No, he left. So I'll just go to... So this account here, where it says Chris MeyerDiggins, so you would search that. And this is an awesome video to watch. I influenced the markets because they hacked my mind. Yeah. And this one right here, unequivocal proof, where are my thrones? Those are two awesome videos to watch. So if you believe you have private thoughts, go to www.change.org/technology, sign the petition, share it on social media, contribute a few bucks so we could bring these politicians to justice, and we could have civilian and military oversight committees to protect our minds and our bodies. Because the government is complicit. They allow us to be violated by criminals. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.